let's talk about this whole Snapchat decline. I wanted to talk about this. Okay, so everybody knows Snapchat is the newest in the social media apps.
Oh, let's not go newest, because there's always newer things that just haven't caught on yet.
I personally don't use Snapchat.
Snapchat took a while to catch on. I had Snapchat since like 2011, back when you literally all it had was just you snapping a person, and then the snap get deleted in 10 seconds.
Right. Like Snapchat.
Then they turned it into this full, we're going to start putting stories and going to start putting up stuff that's going to be 24 hours. Mm-hmm. And it was great. And then they did that big ass update. And when they did that update, it was garbage. Even Kylie Jenner, who is the queen of Snapchat, was like, this is garbage.
And I just like it. Your Snapchat is garbage. I'm about to delete that.
Yeah. But they did something recently that really rubbed me the wrong way. They had put up something to the extent it was some kind of game or some kind of little app or block on there that said, would you rather slap Chris Brown or punch Rihanna?
Which is just so inappropriate.
It's
so tone deaf,
yes.
And
it's just like, that's one of those things. First of all, it's not even so much that it's a sore subject. It's the fact that this is a real situation.
Right.
I mean, domestic violence is nothing to play with.
Right.
Right.
And violence in general is nothing to play with. Like, if they would have just put up there, would you slap Chris Brown? I'll still be like, that makes absolutely no sense. Why? Mm-hmm. But the fact that you put both of them, you're playing off their situation, which is almost 10 years old. Mm-hmm. They both have moved on.
Right.
He has apologized numerous times. Rihanna has became this megastar since then. They both have moved on. Why would you? And seeing the way that society is going now, with a lot of people being more vocal about abuse,
right?
Whether it's domestic or emotional or verbal.
People are more willing to speak out about things.
And to see the state of time that we're in. Why would you be so insensitive to put up something like that? I'm trying to figure out. I'm sure they have, damage control people or quality control people.
Right.
Why wasn't this caught? Like, you telling me everybody at the Snapchat headquarters was like, let's do this.
Like, I'm pretty.
You sure this wasn't caught by anybody that said, I don't think we should do that.
But think of how much content they put out. It was probably one person, and they said, all right, we need you to do, I don't know what exactly is it like a poll? Or
I think it was more of a poll kind of situation.
But I'm pretty
something out.
But I'm pretty sure Snapchat have some sort of a media relation.
Right.
Person
why is that person?
Well, like, why is that like? That can tell them how this will appeal to the public. Like, this is not going to appeal.
Like, media training or a media analyst that would be like, I don't think we should do this.
It's not good for business. It will alienate some of, all the users that we already have.
Right. And it doesn't really, worst case scenario, people get super mad and quit in protest or whatever, otherwise get upset. What is your best case scenario here? What are you looking for when you put would you rather slap Chris Brown or punch her? Like, what is the response?
What is it? Like, I'm trying to figure out what was like. I'm trying to figure out how they played this whole scenario in their heads. It's like, okay, we're gonna put this poll up. Would you rather slap Chris Brown or Rihanna?
Where did you see this going?
People's gonna think of it as a joke, and it's not a joke. This actually happened.
Yep. I think she came out and she basically crapped on them and basically said, "Y'all not my favorite app anyway."
Right.
You're right.
And
like,
honestly, if I were Chris Brown, I'd also be like, guys, I messed up. Like, let's move on.
But I mean, he knows he's gonna get that. It's one of those things where, and I think this happens a lot with men. When you do something, you make a mistake, it don't matter, especially when you're talking about something as serious as domestic violence. Right. That's one of those things where not a lot of people can never live it down. And you
just got to sort of bite your tongue and
you
take
have
it.
to bite your tongue.
Yeah.
Like, I think now he has got into place because he's been dealing with this since it happened. Like, he got in a place where it was, where, hey, he was upset when people kept bringing it up. He would even sit there and, lash out, do things, do things in the public, do things on social media, and then people feel like, okay, you still haven't grown from it. But I think now he's in a place because he's almost 30. He's like 27,
He's
28
28,
now.
yeah.
28 years old now. He's almost 30. I think he didn't got into the place where it's just like, hey, I can only control what I can control.
Right.
Obviously, I haven't did this since. I don't even think at this person you can label him a abuser because abusers do this multiple times. Now I don't know how many times that actually happened. It's been so long, we don't even need to have that conversation. But obviously, he has grown from that. That hasn't came out since. You need to let it go. You know, like not even let it go, but just let him grow.
Let him do the right thing and give him
grow.
yeah.
But I think, like I said, this is nothing new from him because if you look on Vivo or YouTube, you look under his videos, any video he do, you always have that person down there. I hate this woman abuser and forget him and stuff like that, and they'll put that under every video. Like you're
gonna have people.
So I think you got to build a tough skin. Like, hey, you're gonna have your fans that love you, and then you're gonna have these people that hate you because of a mistake that you made.
Granted, and I think it's a little over the top to continue to constantly harp on him. I think it's at least a little expected or even a little okay to sort of understand that, hey, he really messed. This was not like, oh, I cut you off in traffic kind of mess. Like, he messed up. He messed up. So he should expect people to bring that up. And I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing, but I get what you're saying in that overall, like as a society, we should, as a collective,
it's been 10 years.
Yeah, you got to think about it. This happened when social media was on its rise.
Right.
Think about it. Had this happened in 15 years ago, or had this happened back in the 90s, people didn't have social media, so people didn't have this voice. So now you have these people that's online that's going to be trolls, and they know you have these social media accounts, and they're going to get on there just to troll you, just to see if they can get a rise.
Right. Just
and I think
get a
now
reaction,
he's learned that, hey, I'm not going to let these people get a rise. I'm going to just go on ahead and continue what I do, continue to make music, continue to tour, continue to be a good father to my daughter, and I'm going to just go on ahead and live my life because I can't control anything. But with Snapchat, they just did some dumb stuff, and I think that was a nail in the coffin for Snapchat. I think Snapchat was already on the decline, but I think now it's safe to say that.
Think they're
like
dead?
I think they're dead.
I don't even have a Snapchat account. Like, I just don't see the appeal of playing charades with a picture. You take a picture, you snap, in 5 seconds it disappears.
I think the brilliance of Snapchat was always in the immediacy. You want to take a picture, you pull out your phone, you bring up the app, you press a button, boom, you have a photo that you can now send to someone else. I have gotten so many, oh, hey, what was that thing I needed to pick up from the store? Could you send me? Boom.
Yeah, boom, right.
It's not a text message where it's a giant file. It's just bam.
Right,
I have the image. I feel
convenience.
like that.
But I mean, you can do that with your regular camera.
See, but think about it. And now I wish that this was an option. My camera takes all of our cameras nowadays take high definition, large size photos.
This is more of just a.
It's been encoded. Yeah. It's been, or not encoded. It's compressed. Been compressed. Thank you. Very small, very quick, almost conversational in its immediacy. So I think that is really what I would like. If they came out with an iPhone or Android built-in messenger kind compression, something where I got the choice to send as high-quality photo or send as low-quality quick photo.
Right.
I feel like Snapchat would die almost immediately. Right. Like completely.
It would.
But
I think
really replaced.
I think the luster, and that didn't even have anything to do with this Chris Brown Rihanna post situation.
Right.
I think the luster just wore off. I think people loved it before the update. I went on there recently, probably about sometime this week or maybe last week, and I couldn't even recognize it. I'm like, where's the stories at? Where is your friends' stories at? Okay, y'all put it over here. Okay,
It's pretty much like a store that's got rearranged.
Yeah,
and you
rearranged.
can't find it. You
It's
can't.
like- yeah, it's like, for
stuff's
instance, I
not in
went
the same
to-
place it used to be.
I went to my local supermarket or whatnot, and they was rearranging stuff. And I mean, they had everything everywhere. I mean, they had bread on the aisle with the bleach. I mean, it was all over the place. That's how I feel what's happening
With Snapchat, yeah.
It might have another influx, but I also think that maybe this is a little bit of karma for them not selling to the conglomerate that is Facebook.
Right.
Because Facebook basically has deaded everything. Because if you think about it like this, it's like, okay, we're going to turn, instead of, we started out as being the social media site, you know, it was like the more hip or the better version of MySpace.
Where you
After
can catch up
MySpace
with friends and all that stuff.
After MySpace, the more cleaner version. Then
Easier to get into.
Easier to get into. And then it kind of took a different approach. After that, it's like, okay, well, we're kind of dying off. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to buy Instagram. Because Instagram is the next hot thing. And they did that, in 2012, 2013.
Right.
Okay, we're just going to buy Instagram. Then boom. Okay, Vine came. And then Instagram was still popular. But then Vine, everybody was like, oh, let's do these 6-second videos. So they said, you know what? Well, we're going to do 15-second videos and put them on Instagram. Boom, Vine dies off. Then they like, you know what? We're going to turn Facebook into basically just a video frenzy where 90% of our feed is nothing but video.
People sharing videos. Like I
So
share
now-
videos all
so
the time.
Sharing, yeah.
So now they've taken it where it's like, okay, now we're playing in YouTube's world, you know? Like, hey, we're going to have a situation where people can upload the video straight to Facebook just like you would upload them to YouTube. And then we're going to send it out to every person's feed so it just shows up on people's timelines, no matter if you're friends with the person or not. Now, you fast forward to the Snapchat situation. Now, apparently they offered to buy Snapchat. Snapchat was like, nah, we're fine. We're cool. We're going to stay over here and do our thug nizzle. I mean, because people like Snapchat. So you know what they did? Okay. Well, we're going to start putting stories on Instagram that delete 24 hours. We're going to add a live feature.
We're just going to steal
Facebook
steal
Live.
all of
We're just going to steal your ideas and make it better.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I still don't think that Instagram story is better than Snapchat story, it's just something about Snapchat story. It's just original, and I probably
it's
still,
like it's
if
your
I was
story.
posting, if I was posting a story, I probably still would put it on Snapchat. But hey, to each his own. So I think it's a little bit of that, and I'm sure the people at Facebook are laughing like, hey.
And not to mention they got Facebook Watch now.
Okay, yeah.
So they trying to bite off of YouTube.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So they taking a little bit of,
The watch is their live feature, or
you know how they have, Ball in the Family and, Marshawn Lynch, no script. It's all
So
based
they basically, it's
a
like
Facebook
YouTube
Watch.
TV has YouTube has like a YouTube TV where they have original program.
right.
Kind of like the
Oh, so
Hulus.
Facebook is
But
doing
it's like
that.
Net- yeah, like
Facebook's
that.
trying to do that now.
Like,
A
how
lot of
Netflix
people-
has this original, Facebook is doing the
Jesus,
same thing.
everybody's getting in the game.
Exactly.
Because there's just so much content to go around. So, yeah, sorry Snapchat.
Snapchat is dead. Not that I was using it
Now
anyway.
let's get on some more serious topics.
Hey, yo, this is your boy LA telling you to tune in to the Leg Podcast right here on the TMC Network.